Okay, so today I'm going to be solving the rational function that is g of x equals negative x plus 1 over x plus 1 times x minus 3 minus 1. So first off, we're going to start by crossing out the x plus 1's because they're the same and they're dividing each other. So we're going to be left with negative 1 over x minus 3 minus 1. And what we're going to do with the negative 1 is that we're going to multiply it by x minus 3. Because we want the denominators to be the same and we want to be able to make one equation. So we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by x minus 3. Then we're going to get negative 1 minus x minus 3, and then x over x minus 3. And then we're just going to keep simplifying until we get the final equation, which is negative x plus 2 over x minus 3. So the first question asks to state the equation of any horizontal or vertical asymptotes. So we know that the vertical asymptote is going to be x is equal to 3 because of this original function. So we're just going to be flipping this sign to a positive. So it's going to be positive 3. And then we know that y is equal to negative 1 for the horizontal asymptote because of the negative 1 right there in the original equation. So then it asks to state any coordinates of any holes. So firstly, we're going to use this equation, x plus 1, because that is the equation that we crossed out. We're going to make it equal to 0, and we're going to solve for x. So x is equal to negative 1. And then we're going to plug negative 1 into the final equation that we got, which is negative x minus 2 over x minus 3. And we're just going to solve for that by plugging in negative 1, and we're going to get negative 3 over 4. So the coordinate of the hole is going to be negative 1 and negative 3 over 4. And then the domain and range, we know that for domain, x cannot be equal to 3 or negative 1 because of the original function, right? We can't have that equal to 0. So it's going to be 3, and also because of the the vertical asymptote of x equals 3. And then we have the negative 1 here because it is where the hole is, so x cannot be negative 1. And then for the range, we have y cannot be negative 1 because of the horizontal asymptote, and y cannot be negative 3 over 4 because of the hole right here. So then I just plot out all the points, and as you can see here in blue, that is going to be the hole, so negative 1 and negative 3/4. And then you can see my vertical asymptote of x equals 3, my horizontal asymptote of y equals negative 1, and then I just plotted the 6 points, so we would go over 1 down 1, over 2 down half, over half down 2. And it's the same for this equation as well. And as you can see, they are reflected because of the original equation here. We have that negative sign there, and that is why it's reflected.